So how are you feeling right now? Let me guess. Tired? Still trying to wake up, although it's already almost 11. What if I tell you that there is a science that will use your feelings to get to you? Advertisement. But before we start, let me introduce you a little bit to the subject. Advertisement is the good life, in quotation marks. It displays a perfect life that is extremely appealing, but is also attainable. It's the most intellectual way to get people do what you want them to do. Advertiser, they don't control the government, but they control the people who do, customers. And psychological appeal is the influence. It's a stimuli that targets the customer's subconscious mind and emotions. Now, with the history of advertisement. In 1950, people started to recognize a response to ads that had emotional values like friendship, love, anger, among others. Like these examples, be happy, go lucky, and you can see how they all reflect a positive feeling. 1960s, there's a problem, and is that there's too much supply but not enough demand. The problem here is that people will buy the cheapest item because items in the market that were not that different. The solution, psychological appeals. Here we have Budweiser and Miller, and the psychological appeal will be having a good time, sharing dinner with someone special. 1970s, there are no new advertisements, and the old ones are trying to appeal to a generation that changed, and they use command statements. An example of this is the women's movement. So, travel refreshed, I say Coca-Cola, and you mean a woman can't open it. 1980s focused on how to hold customers' attention span, invade their memory, and change their behaviors. Here they start using digitally enhanced photos, like this. In 1990s, they started using customers' resistance. This means that they're creating the necessity to test a product in order to see if it's as good as it is shown in the ad. And the use of colors now, like black, it means sophisticated, green, professional, red, active, violet, passive, blue, happy, and yellow, cheap. Like this. The bottom one is a picture from Vogue, and, well, that's absolute. In 2000s, advertising is based on multimedia and technology. The use of questions now in advertisement is to attract customers' attention and to start to make them think a little more. Want some strong kids and how to wipe the butter off of fingers. Targets here are more specific now. Now I'm going to talk about the 5 psychological tactics that marketers use. Number 1 is run an emotional idea, and it influences people by psychological appeals. Targets feelings instead of how the product works. And they use images to refer to the product. Oh my God. Targets feelings rather than the product functioning, and the product is associated with something positive or negative depending on what the ad is about. Highlight your flaws to raise credibility, point on your product's flaws. Reposition your competition. According to Positioning, a book by Jack Trott, explaining a product in one way is not enough. You must reposition it and rethink. An example of this is the evolution of iOS home screens. Even though it's just one product, you can target it in different angles, and you can see its evolution. Promote exclusivity. People like to think they're special, and by that they mean advertisers. They divide people into classes, and that's how you create exclusivity. For example, this: we're not for everyone. Number 5 is introduce fear, uncertainty, and doubt, or FUD. It makes you stop, think, and change your behavior. An example of this is Android against Apple. So we have advertisements that will show like a comparison between them two. And a conclusion: for an ad to be successful, it must accomplish these requirements: attract consumers' attention, focus their attention onto the message, make the customer remember the message, and cause the customer to take the desired action. And a way to make this happen is by psychological appeals. Thank you.